Good evening, this is your friendly neighbourhood Weeb the Eisenberg here, and tonight I'm going to be reviewing episode 8 of Dr. Stone, which is very aptly called Stone Road. Now, what I mean by that is, Senku, Chrome, Sundari Girl go on a little road trip, if you will, to gather a lot of basically what they want. Obviously what they want to do before this little road trip that they do is make the cure-all medicine. And also there's this cute little kind of cartoon figurines, little pictures that they did. I like how the penicillin looks like Senku in a way. It's quite cool. But making penicillin in this stone world would be a crazy game of chance. But making penicillin in this stone world would be a crazy game of chance. Okay. This is this is another funny picture from the episode with Chrome and the little kind of ingredients looking like little monsters, like little Pokemon. And then for some reason, I wasn't paying attention in this bit because it was weird, because the two of them were like randomly just saying, "Please, Lord, give us some of that nice green mold." But even in this stone world, we'll land on the drug 10 billion%. That's yours obvious. So in a second. That's a good screenshot there, I think. We're neither gods nor geniuses. That's the wee flowchart that A does. Basically what it is they go on a little road trip to get ingredients. Well, I think it's a road trip. Aye. And this is basically the cartoon strip version of the flowchart that Senku drew in the dirt outside the village. The steps that they would need to go through to get to the goal at the very end, which is the penicillin. It was just kind of like a slice of life episode, because they met when they were grabbing the black sand off of the waterbed. They basically were able to do that because Senku figured out that the thing that Chrome was using to figure out what was true north, because was a magnet that he was using on water. The reason they got to that part was because Senku realised that the axis of the earth had kind of tilted a little bit in the many years from when they were petrified until now. And it also shows a picture in it that the world is round, not flat. So I think that was a nod to the whole kind of, the world's round, the world's flat. I think it's obviously when they wrote this episode and put it in through the storyboards and that, they thought, well, why not? Why don't we put that in and go, look, this is what the world is like. It's round, not flat. But anyway, I like that wee touch. Or I might be reading into it a little bit too much. Anyway, so meanwhile they're kind of getting the dark sand off the ground under the water. There's a little like kind of watermelon creature that floats, and what this watermelon creature is it's actually a little girl that Senku immediately gets on with, because he's the only one that isn't bothered by the fact that she chooses to wear that watermelon helmet thing over her face, because obviously he's thinking the kids will be kids, and that was quite nice. But then Chrome and Tsundere Girl, they just go, well, he's only talking to you because he finds you useful. And I'm like, okay, fair enough. Way to be realistic with a little girl. I mean, obviously there was a flat when they went into the village. Well, they didn't go into the village to begin with. They sent the little girl in, and she went round the whole village. Obviously, kind of. When it comes to these three lasses that are like, oh, well, we want a man that's this, that, and the next thing, and they have the weirdest names, the most simplest names, and it's like, and the Tsundere Girl turns around and goes, actually, you're quite a handsome man, Senku. And she says that the only thing that they want invented is a boyfriend, and then it switches to Senku and he's like, that's the one thing science can't make. And he's doing a funny face. I mean, this episode was full of a lot of funny faces, to be honest. You kind of figure it out, it'll be like that in this kind of anime. So they build a little furnace thing, and they're making iron, and it's like, okay, fair enough. It's like, and the wee girl passes it because she's tired of it, because they have to kind of go for about 30 more minutes to an hour or something. Can't remember the exact timing that he said. To like kind of get the flame so hot that it would burn the stuff that they're burning to make iron, and then from iron they can make the rest of this stuff in the flowchart that he made. And I've just noticed that one thing that they're going to have to do is this little dog character that they introduced as well with the little girl. They're going to have to use that from the dog. That right there that I'm showing you now, right in the middle of the screen, for ammonia, to make the drug that they need to help the lassie. And I'm like, I've just realised that there now. Okay, but anyway, Senku notices a little kind of weed thing that, well, it's more like a hogweed. Now, what hogweed is, if you don't know, if you're watching this from America, it's a very, I don't know exactly what kind of flower it is, but the hogweed, don't get it on your skin because it'll burn your skin. Yeah, that happened to me and it wasn't nice. Your skin burns and it's itchy as it get out, like if hogweed touches your skin. But anyway, it's kind of like that. It's the same size as hogweed, but it's not hogweed. And she's waving it about and saying, oh, this is the thing that is my friend's toy. And Senku's like, actually, wait a minute, we can make a delicacy food wise that obviously was a delicacy 3,000 something years ago. So basically they go into the field And the tsundere girl, I will learn her name before the end of the series. Don't worry. She goes and she's kind of using like knives or something to cut up all the weeds in that they're going to use, and they use those weeds or whatever it was called to make a kind of ramen. Well, Senku makes it, and he gives it to them, and they're like, oh, and they're like gulping it down, and it's like, oh, it's the best thing since sliced bread, which is probably true for them because for them they don't know what sliced bread is because of the many generations ahead that they are from the original people that founded that village. But anyway, I mean, they do that. Senku tries it out and he's like, this is disgusting. Blech. But then again, he says, suppose it would taste nice if I thought it was medicine. And he says that the two people that live with him, like Chrome and Tsundere girl and the watermelon girl, they're like, oh, I don't think it's the best thing since sliced bread, like I said, because that's the only bit of good food they've had for years. Because all they've technically had for years is fish, which, like anything, if you've been eating it for a long time, you either get bored with it. It's kind of another filler episode, if you ask me, but kind of one of those good filler episodes. Yeah, I mean, they're making waves towards actually helping it and everything, and I do believe that they will help this Princess Lassie with her illness. Because near the end of the episode, they roll into town with a ramen wagon that they've made. And I mean, I don't think that they get right into the village, but they must go over one of the bridges because they're close to the village. Because if you see in the end credits, the camera pans out and it shows that there's two bridges towards the village. I'm thinking I'll remember that right. But anyway, yeah, that's where the episode ends because they managed to make some kind of like ramen, and Senku's like, yep, I'll buy my way into the village with this, with proper food for them. I hope to God that he figures out how to make more food for them, because if they get sick of that stuff, he might be out on his ear. But anyway, like I said, good wee episode, and I'm looking forward to the next one, now that he's probably managed to get himself inside the village. I forgot to put this bit in the original video, so I'll put it in when editing. Episode 9 is going to be called Let There Be the Light of Science. So yeah, sorry about that. I had pressed stop when I was recording the original video before I put this in, but now it's in after the main video, hopefully, so fingers crossed that it turns out right.